Hello, I'm Becky Thurman, Director of Graduate Education at the University of Sioux Falls, and I'm visiting with Aimee Vander Feen, who is the Director of Admissions at USF. Aimee, thank you for being here today.
No problem.
First of all, what are your responsibilities as Director of Admissions?
As Director of Admissions, it's kind of evolved over the few years that I've been here. I've been here about 4 years now, and so what I am responsible for is the undergraduate traditional student recruitment on our campus. So I help oversee any high school seniors, prospective families that are planning to start with our campus in the fall every year. So I will help hire, train admissions counselors, campus visit coordinator. We have a lot of data that we have to analyze as a director of admissions to determine if we're going to be reaching our goals. Since we are a tuition-driven university, it's a big responsibility to make sure if we're not meeting the goals of the university, it would make all of our departments suffer. So we're always constantly watching over all of that to make sure that when April comes, we're going to have enough students that will be starting every fall. And so that's what I always oversee.
Good, thank you. What was your academic preparation?
I would say I probably come from a different academic preparation than many others with maybe like your major currently. I started out, I have a bachelor's degree from the University of Iowa in business administration, and then I had worked as a human resource manager for about 6 years, and then I had started working and was offered a job as a director of extended campus programs out in western Nebraska, Chadron State College, and that was gave me an opportunity to, one, start my MBA and get exposed to working in higher education out there.
What leadership skills does a person need to effectively carry out the responsibilities of the Director of Admission position?
I would say you need a lot of a variety of leadership skills, because you need to be able to recognize when, one, someone's not pulling their weight on your admissions team, and you need to talk to them and be able to confront a situation, as well as within admissions we have a lot of different personalities and a lot of different families that are coming in, and just being able to recognize when we need to kind of step up and address situations, or we can have some fun within the office, because that's what students are looking for, and our employees, they want to have a good time when they're working each day, because it helps energize them when they're meeting with new families to keep them going. So I'd say it's a lot of like a participative management style as well, because one, admissions can't be an island on its own. We are so dependent on everybody on our campus to help admissions be successful. So it's a collaborative effort with our faculty on campus, a collaborative effort with other departments on campus. So just being able to be strategic and realize what resources are available to help us. And so that's the leadership style I kind of engage in on campus, is really being able to be personable, have them understand that, I'm not set in my ways. I actually encourage change, and so being able to bounce ideas off people, and that I'm open to hearing all of that. And so I go in every day with that style, and I think it's been receptive with the admissions team here.
I think it has been. What are some challenges that you have faced in your leadership position?
Well, and not even leadership here on campus. I've been in higher ed now about 12 years or so, and some challenges I've had is that I discovered that not everybody might enjoy going to work every day, and so when you kind of come with that positive go-getter attitude, it sometimes rubs people the wrong way. And so just being able to kind of handle those situations, and one, maybe not avoid them, which at one point as I was growing through my career, you maybe would recognize, maybe if I avoid this situation, it will go away. And now I've realized as soon as something happens, you just need to go ahead, confront the situation, and continue to move on. Because one, it will either grow the relationship and make it stronger, or we need to make a decision on if someone's going to continue to work there, or if it's not a good fit in their current position, if we needed to make some changes there. And so that has been probably my most growing experience, is just being able to step up, take charge in those situations when things aren't going so good. And so I've learned a lot through that.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any advice to share with our class about higher ed administration, those who are planning to go into this area of professionalism? Do you have any advice to share with the class?
I would say for advice, one, I know in a prior class it was always asked, do I need to be an admissions counselor to get started even in admissions or financial aid? And I would say no. You do not need to start off with just having an admissions counselor background. You need to start really to be successful in higher ed anymore for a staff position or an administrative position is be able to understand how all of the pieces fit together, because everybody is so dependent on each other to be successful. And as I've seen other institutions, if you become too island, you're segregated, you don't know what your financial aid team is doing. And so if they're turning and sending out financial aid awards, you don't understand the financial aid process, you're not successful as admissions, or you're not successful with your registrar's office. And so I would say if you're going to move into higher education is really to be open to different ideas and to try different areas. Because I did not start out with a background in admissions. I started out in untraditional, adult students, working with them, and I got to kind of see a micro campus and how it would work. So how you would work with extended campus programs, online programs, and being able what you need to communicate, ask questions there. And that is what has allowed me to grow, because seeing how that small little piece has worked, it's allowed me to be successful at even USF, because now I understand how assessment is important, how accreditation is important, what faculty need to know, what type of students do faculty want in their classrooms and everything. And so I would say if you're going to take the step, find a position to get started with, and then it will allow, if you show your supervisor what skills you have and tell them what areas of opportunities you want to try moving forward with, even at USF, that has been one great thing, because right now I'm even helping with our Academic Success Center and taking on some of those as we're just in a time of transition. But if you're open to opportunities and helping others, because ultimately if you're trying to achieve the same goal, you're going to be successful. And so that has been my key. If I'm open to trying something different, to just try it. I've failed in other positions, and you just have to keep trying to find what's the right fit. And you got to be able to talk to people. When you're in higher education, you have to be able to talk to people, because you got students coming in, faculty coming in, and got to grow a relationship, because there's so many parents that want to come back, alumni, everybody. So you just got to be diverse in your communications too.
Very good advice. Thank you, Aimee,
You're
for
welcome.
being with us this afternoon and sharing your thoughts about administration.
Yes.
And your experiences as Director of Admissions. Thank you.